Okay, so let's talk a little bit about leveraging. First of all, how can leverage advantage you? Right, well, I'm presuming that most of you have already seen the compensation plan, and so just hopefully this is going to help you a little bit understand how we build groups of people without you having to do all the work. Because like we saw, to earn some rather large incomes, you're probably going to need a reasonably decent sized group to be able to do that with, because we don't want you to be doing all the work. All right, so has anyone heard of the cent doubling effect? What I'm going to show you works on the same principle as that, and this is how you can build a large organisation in a relatively quick period of time with minimal amount of work on your behalf. Now that all sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Okay, so we're going to talk about a 12-period piece of time. Now these periods could either be a week or a month or a year. It's completely up to you. If you're in a hurry to build it, you might want to make these periods a week. So let's just go in and see how we do. All we're going to be doing is you adding one person to your organisation, whether by introducing someone to the Syntech program and the XFT product, and then becoming a member of your organisation. And we're going to be doing that each period for the next 12 periods, and we're going to teach those people how to do the same thing. So let's have a bit of a look at what would happen over the first 6 periods. All right, so in the first period, you introduce your first person, and at the end of that period, you've got one person. And you're thinking already, wow, you're excited. What an enormous amount of people to be able to work with. You better do heaps of volume with that, eh? Yeah, probably not. Probably still a lot of work there for you to do, and we don't want you to have to do all the work. What we want to do is a group of people all working together, all making money, and all going on holidays together. That sounds all right, eh? All right, so in the first month, you introduce your first person, and you have that one person. In the second period, all right, we teach that person how to do the same thing as what you did. They introduce one person, and you introduce your person for that period. At the end of there, you now have 3 people in your organisation. Go into period 3, and we teach those 3 how to each introduce one each. So that's 3 new people coming into your organisation. You introduce another one. At the end of that period, you would then have 7 people. And pretty much that's all we do. We just keep duplicating the same thing. And right down to the end of the 6th period there, where you would actually have 63 people in your organisation. All right, now, when you look at these systems, you think, well, that's, 6 periods. Now, whether that be 6 weeks or 6 months or 6 years, that seems a long time and not many people. Seems to start off fairly slowly, and you're right, it does. It appears to start off rather slowly, but have a look at what happens when you keep on doing this. Like we're going to go over a 12-period piece of time, all right? And you have a look at what happens in the next 6 periods. Absolutely amazing. In the 7th period, you're going to have 63 new people come into your organisation, plus the one you invite. So you'll have a total at the end of that period of 127 people. The 8th period, 127 new people, because everyone's only introducing one person each period. Okay, so it's 127 new people, plus the person you invited, a total of 255 people in your organisation. Going down, I like the 10th month. The 10th month, I believe that the final figure there shows exactly what's happening. Because at the end of the 10th period, first of all, you need to understand, you had 511 people come into your organisation that you more than likely had nothing to do with. And yet, those people have grown your organisation. Your organisation has grown as a result of those people joining. You've introduced one, and now you have a total of 1,023 people in your organisation, of which you personally have only introduced 10. Now, that's all right, eh? All right, and then we go on down to the end of period 12, where you could have over 4,000 people in your organisation. Now, that looks great, doesn't it? You've got 4,000 people in your organisation. Now, just imagine if that was just 4,000 people putting some XFT into their fuel tank each week. Do you think that might be putting some money into your pocket? Right? And if everyone, what about if there was 13 periods? Do you really think it would matter if you were there or not? Right? You could probably find that if it was to go on, that you may not even have to be involved in the next period of time. So how does that work in comparison to what we're doing now? in any given week, there are 168 hours, of which you spend anywhere between 38 to 60 hours at your work, correct? Okay, and if you take any of those hours off, your income goes down, doesn't it? All right, so your boss expects you to be at your work for those period of hours for you to earn your income. And some people are saying, but I already own a business. I've gone out and bought a business. I guess the question is, have you actually bought a business or have you actually bought a job? You know, there's a lot of people out there running businesses these days that actually wonder, do they own their own business or have they just bought themselves a rather expensive job? But through this system that we're talking about here, when you have over 4,000 people and they're each doing 1 hour of work, your business is actually doing over 4,000 hours of business. And that is simply by each person just doing 1 hour. This is called leveraging your time. Because that's actually, by you doing 1 hour of work and these 4,000 people duplicating what you're doing, then as I said, your business has done over 4,000 hours of business, of which you can be earning a rather comfortable income from. All right? So, okay, what sort of money could we be talking about? Well, with the Syntech Global XFT plan, your figures would be something like this. You've got 4,000 people in your group, presuming 2,000 people in each leg, each person on a minimum of 50 PV, that's on their auto ship. So when you've got that, you've got 2,000 people at 50 PV each, which is 100,000 PV rolling up through each leg each month. You earn 10% of the PV. That means you're going to get a check or be placed into your bank account $10,000 each month minimum. Okay, from doing an hour's work. Not bad, is it? All right, that's called leveraging. Here we are not only leveraging your time, but we're leveraging your income. Okay, so what if I'm wrong? Well, I could be wrong. So, because some people are saying, well, that's not going to work. There's no way that could happen. Okay, so let's say I'm 75% wrong. I've been wrong before, and more than likely I'll be wrong again. We all like to be perfect. We like to think we're perfect, but I don't think I qualify, that's for sure. So let's say I'm 75% wrong. And you don't have 4,000 people in your organisation. You've only got 1,000 people. 500 in each leg. At 50 PV each, that's 25,000 PV in each leg. You earn 10% of the PV, so that means you're going to be getting 2,500 per month. And that's even at 75% wrong. Now, could you be that wrong at your job and still keep your job? Probably not. Now, what we've got to understand also is that this is extra income above and beyond your current earnings, because no one's telling you have to chuck your job in. That's up to you. You get your income up to a level that you're happy with, and if you want to keep your job and you enjoy where you're working, then why not? Why not stay there? But you might decide that $2,500 a month means you can take a bit of time off. But what happens if I'm not wrong? What happens if you do have the 4,000 plus people and you are earning that $10,000 per month? Would you be going to work on Monday to say good morning to the boss, or would you be going to work on Monday morning to sack the boss? Choices, eh? But that's all extra money does, is open up some choices. That's all money is. It's a tool to be able to make choices. And all we're talking about here is being able to generate some extra income into your lifestyle where you can make some extra choices. And the bottom line is, if you've got these people that are all out there doing an hour each period of time, and as I said, we're using a month, but if you've got 1,000 people out there doing an hour's work in this month, do you really think it'd matter if you took your hour off? Maybe you could even take a couple of weeks off. What about if you had the 4,000 people? Then do you really think your business is going to suffer if you decide to have a month off and go on a holiday, go on a Caribbean cruise, or just go on fishing? I don't know, maybe you're a keen fisher person and the Murray River is a big magnet. Why not? Because your business is going to keep on building with or without you. And that's a good situation to be in. Robert Kiyosaki, very successful business person, some of us have probably heard of him, and he's been known to say that the average person goes to work and the wealthy build networks. Here is an opportunity for you, if you wish to build a network and join the world of the wealthy. Well, thank you for your time, for listening. I hope that there's been something here that's been of a benefit to you. and wish you a great day, and we'll talk to you all later. Have fun.